Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Glad you're on with us today. The word of wisdom for today is diligence. Now, a lot of people, when they mention diligence, it's not really a word that people say a lot. It's not really a popular word that young people say, old people say alike. It's not really an exciting word, maybe something that's just not attractive to people normally. But it is a word that is really important because in my life, I've never known anyone who was successful unless they were diligent. Because they were diligent, they were successful. They were successful because they kept on keeping on, that they continually did the things, did the responsibilities, did the duties that they were supposed to do. It is a word that comes out of people that knows that life is hard, success is uphill, the journey is long, and life, to get your aspirations, to get your dreams, to get your desires, is not easy, not even the least. So the answer to a world that has been designed this way, to a world that has been designed in the fact that you have to fight for what you want, and you have to fight for your passions, fight for your desires, is to be diligent. We must, as God's people, always stay focused. We must always keep enduring. We must always take the right steps because we know that in a journey, if we take enough of those right steps, if we take enough initiative, we will successfully one day reach the destination that we long to reach for. Diligent is a great word. It's not really used a lot, and it's not really a word that people generally talk about anymore. It is rare that you find someone out there and that calls someone else diligent. But we as Christians, what we should do is that we must not practice diligence in everything that we do, whether it be school, whether it be work, whether it be your family, and all of that. But we must also integrate it into our vocabulary. We must teach others how to be diligent as well. In the scriptures, the Bible says that we must be stewards of God's gifts. We must be stewards of the abilities that He has given us. And when we go to work, when we do our extracurricular activities, we are utilizing the gifts and the talents that God has given us. So, it is only in our right mind, and it is the least that we can do, to please our great God, is to please Him by practicing diligence, by constantly being steadfast in your responsibilities, in your passions, and in your interactions with the community. We must always ask ourselves each and every day, how can I be a diligent person? How can I work up to being a diligent person? We need to ask ourselves, what is something in our life that we might have in our list that we've laid aside and we've thought that it is not important when it actually is important? Something that we have perhaps ignored, which needs to be brought up. We must ask ourselves, how can we be this diligent person? How can we stay steadfast? A diligent person is one that endures, one that always stays steadfast, and one that will eventually be successful. So, for students especially, when exam season comes along, it's really easy to get diverted, watch Netflix, play sports, whatever you like to do. But you must be diligent and look for the prize. You must look for the aspiration at hand, and understand that you must get the grade that you want to be. For adults, when you have a job, sometimes it's merely not just for the money. We must be diligent to please our superiors, to please God, to show people true work ethic. Sometimes the work ethic, sometimes your perseverance and determination that comes through your jobs, comes through the struggles that you go through, is much more important than any monetary value that you may attain. The scriptures emphasize diligence so much that in Proverbs, Solomon says, look at the ant, you sluggard, and try to copy him, try to imitate his actions. The ant is constantly working, constantly bringing in food for the anthill, for his fellow ants. Even when the food is about 100 times bigger than they are, they still work together, and they still constantly endure and constantly stay steadfast in order to fulfill the objective of fulfilling their starvation. So as Christians, for this week and for the rest of our lives, let us focus on being diligent, not just for our rewards, but also to reflect Christ, for the one who was truly diligent on this earth, the one who was steadfast up until the point of death, and helped every single person in his path, and never had the spirit to say no in any adversity. And with that, may God bless this word.